Walker Stalker Con is pretty much hitting really every major market in the United States. I know at one point there was supposed to be a Paris one scheduled. Are there any plans to go worldwide again in the near future?
You know what? There's no plans. There's just there's been talk about that. The Paris one, we didn't feel comfortable that the promoter had the same heart that we did. We were licensing our name. In that situation, we were acting as hosts. But we found out pretty quickly that it just wasn't the right fit for us. In the sense that we wanted it to be more of a fan-oriented experience, and it wasn't turning into that. And so rather than do something and have it not go well internationally, we really want it to be, we have to find a partner that knows their country and understands the tax laws and can really put the convention together, and we would act as hosts and also help in bringing celebrities over. So we want to partner with the right people internationally, and we would love to do it. It's probably not going to be in 2015, but it might be in 2016. We'll see.
Just a little over a year that you and James have been doing these cons. Is there any one moment that seems special or stands out above the rest?
Oh man, there have been. I think my favorite moments are when we get to do these panels with Norman Reedus or Andrew Lincoln. Those are my favorite moments. They just stick in my head. Just the short amount of time that I've had to talk with Andrew and get to know him and Norman. They're just great people. And just so, I guess, spending time with celebrities, getting to know them beyond their fame, and getting to know them a little more personally. I love that more than anything. And then secondly, I think I have a lot of memories of just a lot of fun and laughter with our volunteers and our core volunteers. We just have the best volunteers and the best core group of volunteers that you can imagine. I just love them. And to me, even getting to talk to them on a weekly basis and plan out what we're going to do, it's some of my favorite times. So for me, it's a big community of friendships that I'm making all around a TV show and our love for the genre. It's pretty cool. I'm loving life right now. I really am. And, there's not one specific moment, but it's just all of it put together that I just treasure,
Oh, yeah, definitely. And since starting the podcast, what would you say was your favorite guest, and what was your favorite episode to make?
Oh, man, that's a great question. I need to look it up, because there are some great episodes, and I'll probably tell you a few, if that's all right with you.
Yeah, that's fine.
My favorite things to do on the podcast are making up stupid songs with James, because we're based in Nashville, so we tend to try to make parody songs and just have some fun with the celebrities. So some of my favorite moments include co-writing a song with Emily Kinney last season, and I think that was episode 89. In May, actually, we did that. It was that was a Q&A panel. No, it wasn't that. It was last week, March 9th, episode 77, was a lot of fun to do. Anytime we have Andrew Lincoln on, it's a blast. So episode 83, and the first time we ever had him on was huge. Episode 18. Episode 19 with Norman Reedus was our most popular podcast ever. That was a big deal. I think we shut down crashed our servers for that one. And then celebrating our 100th anniversary with Robert Kirkman, our 100th podcast with Robert Kirkman, and having all the celebrities that called in and left us a voicemail. That was a huge honor. That's really more instant reactions that we do, because we do a podcast right after the show.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoy talking to all the other fans and just kind of dissecting the episode. That's always a lot of fun too. You know, James and I missed an opportunity. We should have gotten Jeffrey to come into the RV, and we should have done a podcast with him in the RV. We really should have.
That would have been pretty amazing.
Yeah. Oh well, we'll get him next time if he comes.
Oh yeah. I mean, when I talked to him, he seemed to be thoroughly enjoying it.
Absolutely, yeah. There was not one celebrity that I don't think enjoyed themselves that weekend. So it was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, definitely. And speaking of the actors enjoying it, like with the Irony interview, where when I sent you the that link, how does it feel to get that, such positive praise and support back from the cast pertaining to the cons?
Well, it's really humbling, but it also makes me feel like I don't want them to ever have a bad experience, ever. It makes me want to give them, just as good or better of an experience every time they come. And so, one of the things that is just so important to me is that obviously the celebrities, if they're having a good time and they're really truly feeling taken care of, because that's our heart anyway, is we want everybody to feel like they're having a great time. We're never going to please everybody, but in particular, it's really honoring and it's really humbling that Irony would say what he did, and we consider him a friend, and we hope to continue to partner with him at every convention. He is a huge part of the convention. He's just such a positive guy,
Oh yeah. All right, and you've pretty much had everybody from the show there, minus maybe a handful of people at Walker Stalker Con. If you could have one person attend who hasn't before, who would it be?
From the Walking Dead cast, or just in general?
In general.
In general. I think I would love to have Matt Smith from Doctor Who join in. That would be amazing. Would love to have Stan Lee. He would be pretty amazing considering I'm a Marvel Comics guy. But from The Walking Dead, the only one I haven't met yet would be David Morrissey, and I know he's coming to a couple of ours this year, so it's going to be great. So I'm looking forward to personally meeting him.
I know Atlanta is a little under a year now from happening. Even though I know it's still kind of like in its infant stage of planning. Are you going to go with any kind of Halloween-themed event since it does take place Halloween weekend?
Oh, yeah. Saturday night, Halloween, and we are going to have the biggest zombie bash party that night that we've ever had. And we plan on making that and partnering with these guys, with Jason Seaman and all those guys again, and we're going to have a huge Halloween theme. We're going to do a lot of costumes, a lot of costuming, cosplaying. We're definitely playing up the Halloween aspect of this convention.
Awesome.
I don't know exactly the details yet, but it's going to be for sure.
Oh yeah, I know you probably get bombarded with on the Walker Stalker Con Facebook. Oh, it's when are you going to start announcing people for Atlanta already?
Yeah, man. And we are this week. We're going to announce our first guests for Atlanta.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Exciting times then.
I mean, honestly, everybody's always invited. It's not like we're not inviting anybody. Everybody's invited. It's just a matter of their schedules and whether they can commit, and when they give us the commitment, then we announce them. But everybody's invited. So I fully expect that everybody will be able to
Are you gonna I know like we were talking about who you'd like. Are you gonna try to bring other different shows in again the next year? I know because Game of Thrones was represented at Atlanta this year. You had Arrow and I believe it was Chicago.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Are there any other types of shows you'd like to have represented there?
I think we're definitely moving more into the horror genre from this point forward. So yeah, we're going to have people like, some iconic people, that are going to be announced real soon for future conventions. Game of Thrones will always have Game of Thrones ties. We'll always have Vampire Diaries connections. So as long as it fits into that zombie, horror, and sci-fi area, we'll always do that. I mean, Walking Dead is definitely is primary for us, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But,
yeah.
But we are definitely moving more and more to grab more horror people and fans, actors, celebrities in that genre. So look for that to be coming soon too.
Awesome. And
Who would you? Okay.
who would I like to see?
Oh.
I don't know. I know the first year I really enjoyed meeting Kane Hodder and Danielle Harris.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I'd really be interested in meeting Robert Englund
Uh-huh.
because been a huge Freddy fan.
Yeah, me too. Grew up watching those. And don't be surprised. You will more than likely see those guys, some of those guys, again, for the first time. So.
Awesome. Wow.
Yeah, man. Well, I'm so glad we could connect, and if I can help you anymore or get you plugged in to everything we're doing and make your website even better, we'd be happy to. Okay?
All right, definitely. Thank you. All right, well, thank you again.
Sure, man. Grateful to you. Thanks for everything you're doing, and I'll talk to you again soon, man.